Ever had that feeling? You know you've got great ideas, but it just feels like you're invisible. Well, today we are going to tackle that. We're going to unlock the secret to leading from absolutely any position in an organization. We're talking about executive presence and how you can use it to drive real change, even if you don't have that corner office. All right, let's dive in.
Look, the old way of thinking about leadership, it's completely outdated. It's not about where you sit on the org chart anymore. The people who are really shaping decisions, the ones with genuine influence, a lot of the time, they don't have a huge budget or a team reporting to them. Their power, it comes from something totally different.
So, that leads us to the big question, right? How can you lead when you're not officially the boss? I know, it can feel like a total puzzle, but the answer is actually a lot more straightforward than you might think.
And that's where this idea of a presence superpower comes in. This is the solution. We're going to shift gears now from the problem to how you can unlock your very own brand of influence.
Okay, so what in the world is executive presence? Let's break it down. At its heart, it's the ability to make people feel confident in you. It's about earning respect because of what you do, not because of what your business card says. It's really about sending the signal that you are ready to lead, way before anyone gives you the official job.
Now, this isn't some fuzzy, abstract idea. It's actually built on three really solid pillars. First up, you've got gravitas. Think of this as your calm, cool authority when things get crazy. Then there's communication. This is all about being clear, being persuasive, but also, and this is huge, really listening. And finally, you have external presence. That's the whole package. How you look, the energy you bring into a room, how you behave.
And here's the absolute key takeaway. Forget about needing a fancy title to have influence. You don't. What you do need are two things, and they are the foundation of all leadership: presence and credibility. That's the real combo.
All right, so we get what presence is, but how does that actually turn into real-world influence? Well, let's look at what I like to call the influence equation.
Here it is, super simple, but incredibly powerful. Leadership without authority is basically your credibility multiplied by your relationships multiplied by your communication. And think about that for a second. Since it's multiplication, if any one of those things is zero, your influence is zero. It all falls apart. They absolutely have to work together.
And these four pillars are what hold up that whole equation. First, expertise. You gotta know your stuff. That's what earns you respect. Then, credibility. This is all about being reliable. You do what you say you're gonna do. People have to trust you. Connection. That's your network, the alliances you build. And finally, communication. This is how you tell the story, how you shape the way people think and help guide those big decisions.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but does it really work? Let's check out a couple of real-world examples to see how this stuff actually plays out.
Let's take Sheryl Sandberg at Meta, for example. Long before she was the COO, she looked at the company and saw this huge potential, right? But no real business model. So what'd she do? She started building bridges, connecting the engineers with the sales folks. She laid out a super clear vision for how they could actually make money, one that everybody could get behind. And then she brought in the discipline to make it all happen. See? She was already acting like a leader, way before she had the title to match.
And this is the punchline, folks, the official authority. The title, that came after she'd already built her influence. She proved she could lead first, and the title just made it official. It was never the other way around.
You see the exact same pattern with Indra Nooyi at PepsiCo. Years before she was CEO, she was already driving strategy. She pushed for this huge, massive shift into healthier products. But she didn't do it by banging her fist on the table. No, she did it by building teams, getting people on board, and presenting these bold ideas with total conviction, all backed by data. People got behind her vision because it was powerful, not because of her job title.
Okay, so those are some pretty big, inspiring examples. But what about you? What can you do, like tomorrow morning, to start building your own influence? Let's get practical and move from the theory to your own personal playbook. Okay, grab a pen. Here is a 6-step framework you can use for any idea you want to get off the ground. Step 1, map out your stakeholders. Seriously, who are all the key people? Step 2, figure out what makes them tick. What do they care about? Step 3, frame your pitch so it connects with their values. Show them how your idea is the answer to their problem. 4, build a small team of allies. You don't need the whole company, just a few key people to get the ball rolling. 5, and this one is so important, you have to take the first step. Act with initiative. And finally, number 6, follow up and be crystal clear every single time.
You know, it's just as important to know what not to do. So instead of trying to impress everybody, just try to be helpful. Instead of dominating the conversation, your job is to facilitate it. Don't act like you're entitled to be in charge. Work to earn that authority. And please, stop over-explaining. Just structure your ideas so they're easy to grasp. All right, here's some new habits you can start building right away. First, try speaking less, but make every word count. Pay attention to your body language. Keep it calm and open. That just screams confidence. When you explain something, use a simple structure, like first, we'll do this, next, this, and then this. It shows you've really thought it through. And learn the difference between reacting and responding. And maybe most important of all, just always be focused on the solution.
Okay, let's wrap this up. If you only take away one thing from all of this, I want it to be this. Let's just hit the highlights one more time. You do not need a title to be a leader. Executive presence is the signal that you're ready for it. Your influence, it's built on two things: clarity and action. Your relationships, they multiply your power. And remember, leadership is something you earn. It is never, ever just given to you.
And I'm going to leave you with this one final thought, because it just sums everything up perfectly. People don't follow titles. They follow credibility, clarity, and confidence. So as you go about your day, the question to ask yourself is, what signals am I sending?